Hello, it's Manchester City preview time. Stephen here back with another video, and today we're talking about Manchester City's derby. I feel like we play United a lot these days, don't we? We've got another derby on the horizon. We're going to talk about the game at the weekend, Old Trafford against United. It's going to be interesting. We're going to talk about the team news, the predicted 11s, and all that kind of stuff, because this one's got a little bit of spice, because I think United are getting better. Before I do that, I want to say thank you to all my latest patrons, patreon.com/Esteemed Kompany, and also now the second bonus video for $10 tier and above patrons is available. This morning I made a video looking at 5 of the brightest under-18s prospects that Manchester City have at the moment. If you want to get access to that video and also the Phil Foden one for England video, and there'll be loads more, maybe like 7 or 8 more this month alone, you can help to support this channel on patreon.com/Esteemed Kompany for loads of extra great content. Fingers crossed. Go check it out in the link in the description below if you want to. If not, just make sure you like and share this video and subscribe and all that kind of stuff, and also hit the notification bell so you get a notification every single time a video is live. And that'd be wonderful. It'd mean an absolute lot. But let's talk about the game. It's a derby. It's a derby. So what more can you say about that? It means something. It matters. Local pride and bragging rights and all that is at stake. And it's that time of the year when we start to care about that a lot more. Now, this game has still kind of crept up out of nowhere. I guess largely the significance of these games has been getting less and less given United's struggles over the past couple of years, the past few years now, I guess. But I didn't expect it to be this quiet beforehand. I guess it's probably because City have had the Carabao Cup going on in the Champions League, so mainly you've had some bigger fish to fry, I guess, recently. But this game has come up, and it's starting to get quite exciting. The more I think about this game, the more I get prepared for it, and hopefully we should be pretty good in this game. But there's no kind of escaping it. Our record against United recently has been kind of mixed with them. We've lost a couple of times from this season, which has been shocking, though our away record is pretty good. We tend to win at Old Trafford these days. I don't know why we do, but at home they've beaten us recently a couple of times, which has been frustrating to watch, but it is something we have to be prepared for. And also as well, who knows how we're going to play. We've been mixing it up loads. We've had a 3 at the back. At one point, we also played like 4 false nines at one point when we beat him 3-1 with Mahrez and De Bruyne and Bernardo and Sterling all alternating through that central position. And Guardiola could spring another surprise. And Guardiola himself was also talking in the press conference. He said about the derby, it's so nice. I love it. They're always special. The situation this season is a bit different as we play to improve, not to win the title. But for them, it's so important as it will affect the Champions League next season. Which is very true. So United have got a lot more in terms of the league position to play for than we have, because we're probably going to be okay, you know. Win this and we're 10 points clear of Leicester. Though we are still 7 points clear. Largely we should be okay, finishing at least second, if not third. But I mean, we're going to be fine for the Champions League, and this game has a lot going on it for United, and we will be aware of that, and they'll be up for it. And I don't see why not, because they're in decent form, but we'll get onto them in a bit. In terms of the team news, the squad is not too bad. Obviously, the Port unfortunately is still out with, I think it's a hamstring injury. Hopefully, he'll be back by the end of the month. Not great, but we are missing Laporte. There's also rumours that De Bruyne, apparently, as I said the other day in a video, he has got a bit of a shoulder injury. But Guardiola had this to say. He said he's getting better. He didn't train yesterday, but tomorrow we'll see. We spoke this morning. Fingers crossed he is fine for this. I reckon he will be. I've got a feeling now, I'm starting to feel like he will be. That kind of quote implies he'll probably be like a last-minute fitness test. And if not, starting, maybe on the bench, but I think he'll be in the squad. He also said this on Sane. A lot of people asking if Sane will be around. I don't think he would be, but he said this, no chance. I don't know when he'll be back with the squad. He needs to feel himself before he can play for us. Maybe more games for the DDS. He's still not 100% fit, but every week he's getting better. I've got a feeling we're not going to see Sane until the end of March at the earliest, because the nature of his injury, it's such a funny one with your knee and all that kind of stuff. If you mess that up again, you're out for another year. And given the Mendy incidents, I don't think they're going to take any risks whatsoever. They're going to basically make sure they ease him back. And you look at the caliber of the games coming up. He needs an easy game. This time of year, none of the games are easy. We've got United, which is a derby. We've got Arsenal, which will be a really competitive game. Burnley will probably kick him to bits if he played them. Then we've got like a quarter-final. Then we've also got Champions League second leg against Real Madrid. We've got a lot of kind of very important games, so it's hard for starting to find time at the moment. So unfortunately, we're going to have to kind of rest on that. He was also asked about Phil Foden, and he said about about Phil Foden. If Phil is with us, he's ready to play on the biggest stages, home and away, Premier League or Champions League. He's ready, which is his way of dodging the question whether he's going to be playing in this game or not. And we'll get onto that, I guess, right about now, because it's the bit where we try and predict the starting 11. And seriously, I have not got a clue. Guardiola has been very surprising and very different recently. He's had some decisions that surprised a lot of people. He's tried a lot of different formations, especially in the derbies so far this season. As I said, he's played at 3 at the back at one point. He had like Cancelo playing as like a left centre back. Do you remember that? He's also played as no strikers. He had Gabriel Jesus and Aguero on the bench when we won 3-1 against them in the first leg of the Carabao Cup. So who knows what he's going to play? It's really genuinely very hard to predict, but I'll give it a go anyway. Ederson is pretty much the only certainty really in this team at the moment. Ederson and maybe a couple of defenders. I think we will go for 4 at the back. I think it kind of works at the moment. It kind of picks itself, I would say. Fullbacks are going to be Benjamin Mendy, who obviously is kind of getting back into form. It could be Zinchenko, but I think it will be Mendy. I think he'll be fine. Then on the right, I think it'll be No, not Cancelo. Of course, it'll be Kyle Walker. It'll be Kyle Walker there because he obviously had a rest midweek. And then in the middle, with Laporte not available, Fernandinho is an absolute certainty. And then I'll probably say it'll be Otamendi. I could be Otamendi and Fernandinho alongside each other. I think we'll see something approaching a more traditional midfield. I'm going to be bold. No, I'm not going to be bold. I'm going to be bold. I can't decide this midfield. It's very hard. I think Rodri will start. And it could be Foden. It could be. He could surprise us all. Foden could play. Foden could play out wide, maybe. He could play in the middle. But I think David Silva tends to play well against United, so maybe David Silva will start this game. He might be on the bench. Who knows, man? This is where it gets very confusing. I'm going to go for Kevin De Bruyne on the bench for this one because I don't think he'll be fully fit. So De Bruyne on the bench. Bernardo. Oh, no. David Silva. Oh, it's so hard to do. It's so hard. Actually, Kevin De Bruyne is going to be fine. He's going to start this game, and it'll be alongside David Silva, I think. It should be Foden, but I think it'll be David Silva. But it could be Foden, so hold on to that. Excuse me. Could be Foden, so imagine it's Foden. On the right, I think it'll be Mahrez. But though Bernardo does tend to play these games in the derby, because Bernardo's good against United for whatever reason. Oh, it's so difficult. I could choose any of them happily. I think it'll be Bernardo, unfortunately, for Mahrez. Now, I think Mahrez probably should play in this, but I think Mahrez has played a lot of games recently, and I can see him going for Bernardo here. Maybe it'll be Mahrez with Bernardo as a false 9. Who knows? Maybe it'll be Bernardo's on the bench with Bernardo on the right. It could be Foden on the right, like he was in the Carabao Cup. We could see Gabriel Jesus on the left. It could be Sterling on the left. It could be Aguero through the middle. It could be Bernardo as a false 9 again. I'm going to say it's going to be Bernardo, Gabriel Jesus and Sterling. So that team's very hard. It's very difficult. It could be anything because at the moment we're changing it up so much. So yeah, good luck with that one. Let me know what you think it should be. I don't think this is what I think this is personally not what I think it should be. It's what I think Guardiola will go for, but it could be anything, guys. It could be absolutely anything. In terms of United, United are getting better. They are getting better. They've had a couple of signings that come in January that have been very useful. Bruno Fernandes is very effective. He's a good player. He scores. He sets up. He's the kind of guy that we're going to have to be on because he will make a difference if you're given the moment to make a chance. If you give him 20 yards from goal, he'll either get an assist or he'll wallop it into the top corner. He's a very good player, Bruno Fernandes. And also, Igalo's come in and been pretty useful, He might start, he might harass us a lot, he might go for us. He's not a great player by any stretch of Igalo, but he's definitely useful. He's been a decent sub for them. A lot of players are starting to play their way into form for United. Luke Shaw's come in good recently. Martial's always good for a goal against us. Greenwood might be up for it. I don't think Rashford's playing, thankfully, so Rashford definitely isn't playing, which is usually a bit of a boost for us because he's good in the derby. But they're in good form. They've not lost in 9 now. They've won 6, drawn 3, scored a bunch of goals, 22, I think. Though a lot of them came against Tranmere. But they're in good form, So United, we cannot take for granted. And as Guardiola said as well, what I saw is that the players follow Ollie, absolutely. They're getting better. Right now is maybe their best moment of the season. It probably is. Guardiola's right. United are by no means perfect at the moment, and maybe they were lucky against Chelsea and probably lucky against Everton, but they are finding a way to get points, and they have beaten us twice this season. They're probably in better form now than when they beat us. So we're going to have to be basically careful here. I wouldn't say I'm fearing United, but this United team is a better team than it was a few months ago. So we have to be cautious. We have to be sensible. We have to be bold. In terms of the prediction, I don't see why I wouldn't be confident. We're usually pretty good. We're a better team than United. We're usually good at Old Trafford. I'm expecting this to be a close game, though. I'm I'll go for a Manchester City victory. I'll go for 2-1, but I reckon we'll probably see some very frustrating moments. I think the lineup's going to confuse a lot of people. I think it'll be crazy. It'll be different. Who knows what Guardiola will do? We'll probably see some impact subs making a difference. We'll probably get all very frustrated as we watch City try and piece together some kind of a performance, some semblance of logic. But that's Guardiola in a nutshell. We should be okay, though. I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory with goals from Gabriel Jesus and... who else? Sterling. Now, Sterling never scores against United, but you never know. Maybe it'll be a midfielder. Maybe David Silva, someone like that. It's going to be difficult. Guys, let me know what you think it'll be. I honestly struggle with this game. This game is very, very difficult to predict because at the moment our team is so weird. Let me know what you think in terms of how we should start, what the score will be, what you're making United at the moment as well. And also, I want to say thank you, as ever, to all these names scrolling down on the side of the screen. These are my Patreons, patreon.com/Esteemed Company. If you're on the $10 tier above in your Patreon, make sure to go check out the 2 extra bonus videos. They'll be on Patreon page. You can go find them on there. You can see them as a kind of post on there if you want to go and watch them. And also thank you to everyone who's helped support the channel recently. You're all absolute heroes. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what other kind of videos you want to see in this channel going forward and all that kind of stuff. And let me know your predictions. And I'll see you tomorrow for another video in a bit.